Hi guys, Steph here. Okie dokie, what have we got for your delights today? What we've got for you today is a lovely Watermans Champion 501 fountain pen. Comes in lovely burgundy colour with gold fill trim, which we'll show you in a moment. But a gorgeous little pen. Well, when I say little, it's not that little. It's actually from the top of the cap to the end of the barrel, around about 134 millimeters capped. Around the diameter of the barrel, it's a nice 11 millimeters in diameter. Let's first of all take you to the barrel imprint, which is nice and clear. Okay, there we go. So what we've got is Watermans, and then underneath we've got Champion 501, and then just underneath there, made in England. Let's give you just a little bit angle with a little bit of light so you can see there. So Watermans Champion 501, made in England. A lovely pen. Made in England when? I'm dating the pen sort of late 1940s going into the 1950s. And this particular pen, I actually showed you the same pen, slightly different with a nib, etc., a long time ago in black. And what I'll do later on, I'll leave you I'll leave you a link to the top there. You can go and have a look at that if you wish. But I thought, this one being in burgundy, I thought, well, yes, it deserves a review. As we said earlier, comes in gold filled trim. You can see it's got quite a nice sort of medium sized cap band, and we've got this sort of tapered, elongated Watermans clip to the top there with the word Watermans on it. There's a sideways view for you. And then if you look to the top there, we've got this sort of, the whole pen is like a sort of a torpedo shaped. All in all, as I say, a lovely pen. I believe these pens were, they were sort of supposedly the lower tier pens from Watermans of the period. In my opinion, by no means is this a lower tier pen. It's just as nice and quality made as any other pen of any other manufacturer of that period. It's lovely. You may have actually noticed, let's show you the lever there. We've got what we term as this spade lever there, because if you look to the end there, as it says, it looks like a spade. So it's a lever fountain pen, as I said, in this sort of lovely, like torpedo shaped. Now, before we show you inside, I've actually seen these pens. This one, as I say, is a burgundy. The link that I'll leave you was a black version. I've also seen them in blue, and I've also seen them in a grey version as well. So they may have actually come in other colours as well, but them are the only colours that I've actually seen. So they did come in other colours. Let's unscrew the cap for you. Let's show you the pen in a few different angles. The pen has been fully restored, fully serviced. It's in, as you can see, in beautiful condition. You can see the section there. The section is in black, has this little lip going towards the nib, and then if we show you the nib, let's keep it nice and still for you. The nib reads Watermans 14 carat W-2B. Let's give you another different angle there. And there's a sideways view with the feed underneath there and if we turn it upside down, you can see the feed there, just a standard plain feed underneath. You can see everything is lovely and clean as it should be, and in lovely condition. The pen, very comfortable to hold. I've got quite large hands, which I've told you numerous times, and for me it's a lovely, especially with this section, it's a lovely comfortable pen to actually hold. As I said, I've fully restored it, we've put a new sack in it. Now the unusual thing about this pen, and also the previous black one that I showed you, is that if I just reach over there, this was the sack that I actually took out of the pen, and look at that. It's actually got the original sack in it, and for a pen from the 1950s, look, the sack is still quite pliable. I could have actually maybe put the sack back in, but obviously when we restore we put brand new sacks in the pens. But the nice thing about it is it's got the original, or it had the original Watermans sack. So whether Watermans made their sacks from something different, I don't know, because a lot of pens that I find, the sacks are actually, they've gone hard and broken up, whatever. But as I say, this one from the 1950s, maybe slightly earlier, still quite pliable. How does the pen write? Let's bring on some ink and let's test it on camera for you people. Let's get the lever, pop the nib in the ink, and looking over there, lots of bubbling going on, which is precisely what we want to see and hear. Let's bring on our little pad and see how the pen writes. So we're testing the pen, you're seeing what I'm seeing for the first time. If we need to adjust anything, then we will do, but I must admit I actually did a little bit of smoothing to the nib, so we'll see how the pen writes. What we've got is a Watermans Champion 501, and as we said, we're dating it from sort of late 1940s to the early 1950s. It's writing very nicely. I'm more than happy with it. Now, does it have, well, we all know that some of the older Watermans had flexible nibs. Does this one? And the answer is yes, it does. Look at that. So on the downward stroke we're getting quite a broad line, and if I show you the cross stroke there, look at the difference. So there's the writing sample. As you can see there, the downward stroke we're getting quite a broad line, cross stroke we're writing with a fine line. So the answer is yes, the nib has some nice flex to it and has a nice variation in the writing sample, as you can see there. So let's pop the cap back on. So what we'll do, we'll flush the pen out once we've done the video, and what we'll do, let's try and find a nice home for this pen. Somebody will enjoy this pen for many years to come. They'll enjoy the writing experience with the pen with this slightly flex nib. So there we have it. an absolutely gorgeous burgundy Watermans Champion 501, late 1940s, early 1950s, in beautiful condition. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen. As always, as much as I enjoy showing them to you people, don't be shy. Leave a comment down below, please do. And don't forget to subscribe. If you subscribe, hopefully you'll be notified of any future videos. And don't forget, people, yes, things look to be getting a little bit more positive, but in the meantime, please stay safe. But for now, I'll just say bye bye for now.